everyone, today I have another book review. Today I have Trial of the Sun Queen by Nisha J. Tuli, and this was also recommended on TikTok, so I followed the hype. It's about a girl, a woman, who is trapped in a prison called the Nostara, or it sounds a bit Russian, I suppose, Nostrasa, and she is there having to have a sort of life where she needs to fight every battle for every scrap of food, for every piece of soap, which is the sort of beginning of the book. She lives there with her two siblings, her older siblings, Willow and Tristan, and this awful prison warder, Keleva, and I'm sorry if I pronounce the words and the sounds incorrectly, and she one day gets into such a big row that she have to go to a hollow in the ground in this magical, mystical, dark forest where people don't really survive that long because there's animals that eats them in the hole and in this pit of earth, I sort of imagine. And the forest itself seems to be vicious. So she gets sent there for 2 weeks, which is sort of, everyone kind of looks at her like she is already dead when she leaves. But there is a riot in this prison, and she is then in all this commotion taken away to this other realm, to King Atlas, who is hosting a competition for women, and the winner of these 10 ladies will be his queen, his wife, and sit next to him on the throne. So obviously in the beginning, Lore, who is the protagonist, does not really want to agree to this. She's obviously kidnapped. She's angry. She's been taken from her siblings, who the two of them are her world, but then she sort of starts to realize her sort of god/carer in this castle, Gabriel, kind of convinces her that, you know, if you get to become queen, you have a bigger power to then maybe extract your siblings and actually save everyone from not being in the Nostrasa prison. So she tries then to survive among these ladies who has been high ladies and nobles for a very long time, and so yeah, and again, true to perhaps the character, she has a lot of growing up to do. She's a bit naive and immature perhaps, at some stages, which can be related to the upbringing that she have had, and where, you know, if you've lived a life where you have to fight for your beans and your potatoes, then you might find, you know, you're possessive of your things and worried about, you know what's going to happen next meal, next time that you have a relaxing sleep. There is a side story going on with Nadir, who is the prince of the Aurora Kingdom, who is looking for her because his father, the king, has told him to look for her, but he doesn't tell her who she is, what she has done, and why he needs her dead, or just captured. And Nadir is looking for this woman, and I think there is going to be some sort of in the next book coming, there's going to be some sort of plot where she is someone special. I don't want to tell you who I think she's going to be, but I think she's going to be quite powerful, and she has a legacy, and I think it's all going to be revealed when Nadir meets her and unravels the story. But yeah, there is not really much romance in this book. There is some sort of spicy scenes with her and the Atlas King, Atlas, and but not sort of going into the forbidden romance and the sort of maybe fated romance that I hope will come with this Nadir guy. So I was a bit sad to see that I couldn't, and that I would have to sort of carry on and read the next book before I get into the romance. But if you wait for something good, you're not waiting too long, I suppose. And yeah, so I think he's going to maybe protect her from the king, his father, who wants Laura dead. And let's see what magic or what power she can draw on to save her and her siblings to live a happily ever after, hopefully. So this is what I took from The Trial of the Sun Queen. Very nice book. So if you like this sort of story that I just described, then you can have a look at Nisha's other work, perhaps. Have a look and see if this is something you like, and check out her work. And if you have read this book and you want to tell me about it and you have a comment about it, please leave it in the comment section below. If you would like to just tell me anything about what you think is going to happen next, what you thought about the sub stories and the trials, and have a bit of a comment there. And thank you to you very much for watching, and I wish you a very good day. Thank you. Bye.